Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Coralie and today we're talking books. So I recently discovered the world of booktube and all that side of things, and I'm happy to be here. I'm having a great time watching through everyone's book recommendations and all that sort of stuff. And I recently got a Kindle. And ladies, I've been loving every second of this. I've been going to bed like half an hour earlier every single night just so I can lay in bed and read my book. I've been reading my Kindle while I'm cooking dinner, while I'm playing with Milo. I've been having a great time reading. So I thought I'd talk you through the few books that I've already read, what I've got on my TBR, and then of course get any recommendations from you guys. So I've got a few typical popular books that have been circulating around, and I've also read a few not so popular books which I highly recommend. So first of all, I have, what was the book called? So first of all, I have the book called Final Approach by John J. Nance, and this book was written back in the 90s, but trust me, it is worth a read. This was a 5-star read for me and I loved every second of it. So it's about two commercial airliners that crash on the runway. And the story then follows the NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board, and their investigation behind finding out exactly what happened to this airplane. And I loved it. It was like reading an in-depth version of air crash investigation, and it took you down so many twists and turns. You thought you found the answer and then it took you in a completely different direction, and I absolutely loved it. Now, for some reason, I love a good like airplane thriller crash mystery, as you'll see, which I need to stop soon because I am flying international next month. So like as soon as I get to like 4 weeks out, I'm gonna put myself on a plane crash book ban because that's probably gonna end badly for my anxiety. But I highly recommend that book. I was enticed the whole way through and I loved it. So next I read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and if you're a part of the BookTok, booktube world, chances are you've read this book. And I actually, hi, here comes Mr. Tippy Tappies. I also rated that one 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. So I'm sure you know what this one's about. It is going through, as the title suggests, the 7 husbands of Evelyn Hugo, who is a absolutely world acclaimed movie star, and she's talking about her life that she lived as a 70-something-year-old, and it was just fascinating. This is a really bad description, but I'm sure most of you have already read that book because that book absolutely blew up, and for good reason, because it was a very fascinating book, and the twist at the end, didn't see that coming. I did read that there was a twist at the end. A lot of people were leaving reviews like, oh my god, that twist, and I was trying to get it as we went along, but I did not see it coming, and I really enjoyed that book. I'm so sorry, Milo is always so noisy. Next, I read a book called Mr. Wrong Number, and this was like a classic enemies to lovers, young adult romance. And this for me, it was a 3-star. Like, it was an entertaining read. I enjoyed it, but it was very, very predictable. So basically this girl starts texting a number. It's a wrong number, shocking, and they build a relationship, and outside of that relationship she's also building a relationship with someone else in her life, and it was alright. If you love like a enemies to lovers chill story, then give it a go, but it wasn't anything groundbreaking, but that's okay. That's gonna happen. Not every read can be a 4 or 5-star read. Now, next is the current book I'm reading, and this is called Pandora's Clock by John J. John J. Nance, the same person that wrote Final Approach. And oh my god, I'm about 60% through this book, and I'm loving it. I think I like it even more than Final Approach. I am obsessed. So basically this flight takes off from Frankfurt to New York, and they believe someone on that flight has been infected with an horrifically contagious and deadly disease. And basically the world is terrified that if that plane lands, basically, and those passengers get off that plane, that disease will spread throughout the entire world and it'll be a humongous pandemic. So what's gonna happen? No one wants the plane to land, and is there a worldwide 100% kill zone, deathly pandemic on board that airplane? I don't know. And I'm loving every second of it. But like I said, I'm gonna have to put myself on a book reading, not a book reading ban, a airplane tragedy book ban soon, or else I'm gonna be way too paranoid to get on my own flights. But yeah, I've had my Kindle probably about 3 weeks now, and those are the books that I have read so far. And I do have a pretty big TBR list as well. I do really want to read Red, White and Royal Blue because I have fallen down the rabbit hole and they've gotten me. Everybody's reading that book and I want to read it too. I want the cute, adorable enemies to lovers romance, but hopefully better than the Mr. Wrong Number book I read. But I do want to read Red, White and Royal Blue. Red, White and Royal Blue. That is a tongue twister. I haven't seen the movie. I feel like I want to read the book before I watch the movie. I really want to read this book called No Hard Feelings. Honestly, not totally sure what it's about. It just looks good. I've had a friend that read it. They recommended it. I want to read it. I also want to read a few thrillers. I really want to read The Silent Patient. I've wanted to read that for a while. And I want to read, I think it's called The Housemaid. There is an ever-growing list of mysteries and thrillers that I want to read because I do love that sort of book. But I do also want to read a bunch of romances and fun, light-hearted stuff like that. So let me know some of your favorite books in the comments. I haven't done a sit-down video in a long time and I feel like it's showing. Let me know some of your favorite books in the comments below. I need to majorly add to my TBR and get a whole bunch of book recommendations, especially for traveling interstate, international. Oh my god. Especially when I travel, I'm gonna do a lot of reading, and then when I'm over in Germany, I'm probably gonna get a lot of time to read as well. So I need a nice, big, juicy, delicious TBR. But yeah, I am stoked to have discovered the booktube world. I am following a lot of booktubers and I'm having a great time. That's it. That's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I cannot wait to hear your book recommendations. Like, what's your style? Are you a romance person? Are you a mystery person? Are you a flight tragedy person like me, apparently? Let me know in the comments below and I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Ooh.